states that has our pension fund for state employees fully funded. There are some states, Illinois, California, that are literally writing the checks. They do just like the federal government did on Social Security, writing the checks to their state employees on a day-to-day basis. We literally have $33 billion sitting in a pot that we manage every day. David Lillard, our great state treasurer, manages that every day to make sure we get a top return on investment, and our state employees can be assured that when they retire, they're going to get their retirement. Most states aren't even close to being where we are, and so I'm proud of that. I go on and on about what you wanted us to do and what we're doing. With the Republican majority in the Senate, Republican majority in the House, Republican governor. So I think we're doing the right things there. On job creation, we fully understand. And I've been a small businessman, self-employed since I was 25 years old. I worked when I first got out of college for somebody for 2 years because I had to get my surveying license. I started my own surveying business. I was 25 years old. My license came in on Saturday. I went in on Monday morning and said I quit. And I started my own business. It's the day before my oldest daughter was born, by the way. My wife never lets me forget that. She's laying on the bed, panting and huffing and screaming. And I just told her I quit my job. Okay, she never let me forget that. So it's always easy to remember what day that was. It's always easy to remember. But I understand that government doesn't create jobs. We don't create jobs. Businesses create jobs. So our goal, and what I want to do, is for the state of Tennessee to be the #1 state in the nation to own and operate a business. And I think we've done very well. Any rating agency you look at, we're 1, 2, 3. According to where you are, we're always in the top 2 or 3. That's all a little bit subjective, so I think we're always #1 myself. But we're right in the top 2 or 3. When we find something where we may be out of whack with other states, so to speak, or aren't as competitive, for example, workers' compensation, we're one of the few states that still takes worker compensation cases straight to court and don't have an arbitration system in the meantime. We've got a bill proposed this year that the governor proposed that will set up some administrative law judges to keep these cases out of court. And again, I think it'll be more fair not only for the person that was injured, because they'll have some certainty, but also for the businesses, that they'll have some certainty when these cases are awarded, and they can expand and grow their business. Because of that, we have we've created more manufacturing jobs in the state of Tennessee than just about any state in the nation in the last 2 years. So we're clicking right along on that. And I think we're positioned well with our low debt, our low taxes. We're one of the lowest tax states in the nation to continue to grow as we're coming out of this recession. I think us, Texas, Florida, North Dakota, because of their energy, those 3 or 4, I think are positioned better than any state in the nation to be able to grow. Education. I think obviously you have to have an educated workforce. And I think it was Albert Einstein that said one time that the definition of insanity is to keep doing things the same way over and over again and expect a different result. Well, we're not doing that. We're thinking outside the box. And I'll be honest with you, it has been very, very controversial on some of the things that we're doing, because it is different. We didn't keep status quo. We're changing things to make sure, and experimenting, and some of them may fail just a little bit. You try everything. But let me just give you 2 or 3 examples. Before we passed a bill, year before last, when teachers at the end of their 3 years came time to get their tenure, 98.7% of the teachers got their tenure, lifetime tenure. It wasn't really earned, it was automatically given to you. We have changed that now to where we have an evaluation system where the principals and the superintendents in those schools can look at teachers and make sure that tenure is something that you earn, not automatically given to you. On teacher evaluations, we've set up an evaluation program that evaluates teachers from 1 through 5 based on what they're doing. Principals come into their classrooms. I have had teachers tell me that they've been teaching for 10 years, 15 years, and the first time the principal's ever in their classroom. And they're evaluating these teachers. And let me assure you, this went into effect last fall of 2011. Legislators probably weren't too welcome in K through 12 schools a year ago. It's new. Never been tried. Teachers were scared to death. What's going to happen? We've now been in place about a year and a half, and I think teachers, especially good teachers, will tell you that this is the best thing we've put in a long time. Because what we're doing, take the 4s and 5s, they don't have to be evaluated as much, and we help the 1s and 2s to make sure that we have a good teacher. But you can do any study you want to, folks. You can have the best school building in the world. You can have the best textbooks in the world. You can have the best computer system in the world, but nothing makes a difference in a child's life like having a good teacher in each and every classroom, period. And that's our goal. to ultimately have that good teacher in every classroom here in the state.